Hello. Today is Tuesday, and I just wanted to say hello. And I thought that I should start introducing myself because I always assume that all of you are the same people watching all the time, and therefore you have watched my videos in the past, and that you'll know who I am. But obviously that isn't the case, and new wonderful rare birds are joining all the time. So here's just a little bit about me. I'm Angie. I am 58 years old. I started this channel in January of this year, so it's January 25. Really, to be brutally honest, just to dig myself out of something of a hole that I was in at that time emotionally. Life just felt that it was the size of a pinhead. And I think at this moment in life particularly, you have to grow. And you have to grow really quite robustly, or you will start to shrink. So in a way, this channel is a way for me to kind of, if I say to fight for myself, that sounds very dramatic, and it actually isn't that dramatic, but it's a way of trying to challenge and inspire myself in some way, to do stuff, to show up, to show that life can still give us things at this age. Because that was the other thing. I felt very much that life had stopped naturally giving you things. The way that it does when you're younger, so much just automatically comes to you, with the right sort of attitude and everything. And I feel that decreases as you get older, particularly if you are a woman, because many of your years will have been spent in the service of others. And again, that sounds like a very negative thing to say, and I don't mean it to be at all. Particularly if you're a mother, that is absolutely the way that it has to be, and that is the nature of things. But suddenly you're left with this just empty space where that part of you is no longer required. And I'm very aware that there will be some of you who have older parents. And so that is not the case. You are very much at the front line, and that will be a different sort of a challenge. But I'm just here really I just want to provide inspiration for you, and maybe if I may be so bold, an element of hope. But also, this is not a glossy channel. I hope that it's inspiring, but I'm also very, very willing and very able to throw myself under the bus, so you don't have to. And I hope that I hope that the channel is a source of fun, but I try and share as much as I can. I mean, obviously, you can't share your whole life because other people are part of your life and they don't sign up for this journey. This is very much my thing, but I try to be as, I'm very honest. I just try to be as open as I can be. Because the weird thing is, I'm actually an incredibly private person, so I don't really know what's happened to me. I think, as I said in one of the really early videos, maybe it was the marmalade one, but I just felt like I really, really, really had nothing to lose. And I also felt like, YouTube is very important, and I have been heavily reliant on different accounts in different moments in my life, and it can be a source of fun or solace, or there's something for everyone, and I felt like I wanted to be a part of it. Anyway, this is a very long ramble, but I hope that has introduced me a little bit better. Now I'm going to pop on my glasses because I've written a little list from, it's got almost like housekeeping here, of things I needed. Yes, right, so if you watched the last vlog, which was on Sunday, right at the end, there was a whole incident with a baby bird trapped in the chimney, and that was happening very much in real time. So I'm sorry if my reaction was so super dramatic. I just don't like things being trapped. Anyway, as far as I know, the bird is free and gone, because I completely actually took out the bottom bit of the fireplace, sort of the roof of the fireplace, so there's just sort of everywhere. And you can look up and there is no bird up there, and there is no bird's body down here. And when we went out that day, Alice was actually completely brilliant because she Googled it. And so what she did as well was Alice closed all of the curtains in the living room so that when it did come down, there was just one window where the curtains were open, and that window was wide. And then we have seen, because it was quite a big bird, I had this sort of, I don't know what I thought, although it was a loud noise it was making, I sort of thought, oh, it's going to be some little fluffy thing. No, because I actually saw it, because if you put your phone camera up, I could see it. It was like a pterodactyl. It's all, they have those big mouths, and it was like, so it was a big. And then we have seen something sort of hanging around. So, but it seems completely fine, and I think it was pretty smart, and I think it must have just come out more or less, just flown out of the window. Because as I say, we closed all the other curtains, so it was just because they're drawn towards the light, obviously. We also put a light at the bottom of the thing, so just to really draw it down. Anyway, I think it works. So it's happy days. And then, so my other baby bird in my life is my rare chick, and that's my daughter Poppy, who has started a YouTube channel. And I just wanted to thank you from the bottom of my heart for your really generous and kind and very loving, very, I don't know, sometimes women, I just adore them. I'm very much a woman's woman, to be honest with you. I always have been. Perhaps that's been a problem in my life. I don't idealise women. Obviously, not all women are lovely. Of course they're not. But generally speaking, the women are pretty good. And, so thank you for just your loveliness towards her. It's absolutely noted, and I'm very grateful. She hasn't uploaded another video yet, but that's because she just works crazy hours. When you're in hospitality and you do 12-hour shifts, and it's just those 12 hours are really full on. I don't think there's much left in the energy bank at the end of it. I know that she's got content, but it's the editing. It's always the editing. Anyway, enough about Rare Chick is her name, and yeah, thank you. And then so Wendy. So again, if you saw the vlog before last, which would have been last Wednesday's, it was just all Wendy's garden. And I know that you have some questions, and I haven't seen Wendy yet, but when I do see her, which will probably be today or tomorrow, I will find, so I know there's the name of the rose that you're wanting. And I will ask her because a lot of you are fascinated, as am I, by her trip to Asia, which is much later this year. And I will see, I think that Wendy would be very willing to do little updates. And I was thinking how we could do it. She could probably literally just send me WhatsApp short videos and stuff. And maybe we could just have a little bit and little updates and a weekly video. Because I am fascinated as well. I mean, I just feel like I'd end up in some horrendous prison situation. Because that's the way, often things just go. It's drama. But, it's a big deal. Like 4 months in a completely alien environment is challenging. As a solo traveller, remember, no husband, alongside, or travelling companion of any kind. That is a very, very, very ballsy move. And, good for her. Go, Wendy. So if there's any way to, as I say, I haven't spoken, but if there is any way to do that, to sort of give updates, maybe I could have a map or something. I don't know. I'd really like to do it because I think that she's such an inspiration, and I think that we need that around us. Even if that's not something that would be attainable, because everybody has different circumstances and different sort of parameters of things where they feel comfortable or able to do. We're all very different, but I just think it's interesting to get extraordinary input like that. So that is that. That is that. Now, so the video that you're about to see now will be the trip that Poppy and I did to London. And so I hope that's it's nice. Sometimes it's nice to have city content. And it was just a lovely day. It was just a lovely, lovely day. It's, I think, as I was saying before, most of my children very much are not part of my everyday life. And so you have to really carve out time. And that was just lovely time. We had a lovely lunch together. We did some shopping. You'll see anyway, you'll see. But I did make a silly purchase. And I just shouldn't have bought anything for myself, that is. I shouldn't have bought anything for myself, but I did. I've got it here, and it's still all packed up and fresh. And I will show you after this video. You'll come back to me, and then we can look at the skirt together. It's a skirt from Cos, and you can tell me what you think, or not tell me what you think, but I just fell in love with it. And it's not often that happens when I try something on and I just think, I adore it. But anyway, I'll explain. If you're interested, it will be right at the end of the video. And I'm just going to try and sort of style it up and see how I can make it work. 'Cause it's quite an unusual garment, particularly if you live in Somerset. I sort of sometimes feel like, I behave, or I'm thinking, buying clothes as if I still live in London. Well, yeah, I think I do really miss it in many, many ways. I don't think you can spend so many years in a city and for it to just be part of your life without missing it. And I think it's healthy. It's okay to miss things. I'm not distraught. It's all good. But anyway, so what follows next is our day in London, and I hope that you enjoy it. Which is absolutely appropriate. Look at that gorgeous little, sassy look, with a sassy lining. Very, very cute. Yeah. It's somehow reassuring to know that Firefox is still going strong. Weirdly enough, even though I'm very happy with my stationery, I can still get excited. Look at all the different coloured pages as well. Very much like that mock frock. See the chunky look. Isn't it gorgeous? Yeah. This is what I'm actually wearing, my my denim jacket, 'cause the thing was too hot, and I made a good choice and just right. Very difficult to get temperature right when you're in and out of shops, but this is correct. I'm waiting for Pops, by the way, and then we'll do things together. But for now, I thought I'd show you around. Look, I'm in the stationery section. Sky in all its glory. Look, this is the art collection. What a little piece of joy that is. Oh, recipe journal. That's lovely, isn't it? Look at the colours. It's all about the colours. So I'm looking for cushions now. Just because, why not, while I'm here? Look, I found this cushion. Oh, come and live with me, you thing of gorgeousness. And it's heavy, but it's kind of got I don't know, it's heavy yet also soft, which is quite a tricky thing to pull off. It's beautiful. Love that. Love that stripe. Love the frill. It's gorgeous. I'm in the Cos changing room. This is a very dangerous place to be. I'm going to have to do everything silent because there's music. Okay, so I'm in really big trouble with that skirt. I've actually put it aside. I'm waiting for Pops to arrive. I really shouldn't be buying, like, literally nothing. In fact, but I've put it aside because I could cry. That's Poppy. She's just messaged me with a message, I need wee-wees. Yeah, I know how that feels. Pops will take you to Peter Jones, get the wee-wees sorted out. Yeah, I'm going to explain about the skirt because I think it's, but I'm going to do it when I'm at home because it's madness, and so I'm just going to say, Jack, my phone any second. All right. Oh, hello, you pretty little thing. How lovely would that be in a kitchen on a countertop? The thing I like about Peter Jones is the variety, so if you want something like that, they've got you. Oh, funky. That's really, what is that? Looks like perspex. I actually really like that. That is super cool. It looks like it's mirrored, but it's not, it's just transparent. Look at this, it's so pretty. You're like 20 something and full of love and life. It's Le Creuset, isn't that gorgeous? You see now, I also, I quite like the black, and it's not matte exactly, but it is not sheen. It's like a satin finish. It has almost a texture. I really like that. In fact, this is what I would like. I don't have anything like that. Yeah. They're pretty spinny, but you know, they do last forever. The one I've got is literally 30 years old. Fabulous. Hello, Stanley. He's a gorgeous man, isn't he? Really gorgeous man. I don't know if you remember ages ago I was obsessing about the coffee pot, the Dolce & Gabbana, and look what Meg had done. Look, isn't that wonderful? I mean, that is absolutely beautiful. It's a little coffee maker or espresso machine. Wonderful. So come in the little coffee section. Look, you could get the matching pot. Also, very well made in terms of easy but not too easy to get the lid on and off. Beautiful. This is my actual favourite. I love everything about it. It's heavy, okay, it's got coffee in it. I love it. Okay. It's gorgeous. You may not know this about me, but I have a thing about sieves. And I've got 3 of this sort of size. I use them all the time, there's no waste. But I do need one of this size. Look at it, it's a little darling, it's sort of a little medium-sized baby. It's kind of calling out to me. How much is it? £5. There's also a skirt sitting in Cos, waiting for me. Look, another baby. That's a really little baby there. Again, I would find a use for that. I tell you what else I also like. If you're hanging up utensils, you want a big space, because when your eyesight's not great, you don't want to be trying to thread a bloody needle, you know? Anyway, sorry, that's quite boring, but, well, unless you're into sieves, as I am. Okay, so this says, fashion is not frivolous, it is part of being alive today. Well, personally, I take that as a sign that I must get the skirt. Mary Quant has said, look at that, how glorious is that? Okay, very quickly, sorry to sound like an obsessive like this, but the other thing about that skirt that I really love is that, although it's black, it's shot with a kind of dirty aubergine colour. So in some ways, do you remember the picture in the last book that I showed you of that kitchen wall where it's you know, there are things on shelves and it's sort of really, really dark and it's sort of like it's got beetroot in it. The skirt is kind of like that. I'm absolutely obsessed. Anyway, I'm just waiting for Pops to get here. Love that. Can't wait to see her. We're by the Charlotte Tilbury counter as well, so I'm hoping that Pops will want something from here. Something about this I really like as well. If they're your colours, they're kind of my colours. So I don't know, were you lost?
Yeah, I felt like a child. You almost started crying.
I'm liking this very much. I love it. I love the typography. Yeah. And then, but all is pretty over there. What are you doing? Oh, is that your little vlogging camera? Yeah. Oh, I love that. Is that the one I bought?
Yes, yeah.
Should we eyeball one another? What is this, like a sort of... The thing is, I hate being filmed. That's the irony.
Vlog Nation.
Vlog Nation, yeah. If we're not filming, do we even exist? I don't think so. Okay. Oh, she's got a sock. Love her.
Very nice skin though. When you go any darker than this, have a look, that's over concealer. How are you doing it? It's meant to be quite natural, but it doesn't seem too crazy at all.
Yeah, I always notice when people are wearing it, I always ask, what are you wearing?
Do you notice the difference?
Yeah.
It just lifts the skin up a little bit more, adds a bit more dimension. It just always like a little bit just
Okay, so Pops and I are at the Moleskine counter in Peter Jones. Things are getting quite intense now.
I'm all glammed up all of a sudden.
Yeah, Pops is all glowed up with Charlotte Tilbury. I look like just a wretch. But now we have some big decisions to make.
Soft cover or hard
Soft cover or hard cover.
But then also what colour?
Yeah, but then we might not have all the options.
You don't actually.
Which is profoundly upsetting.
Because I think I want hardcover, but then they only have.
You want hot? Yeah. Why don't we get all the soft cover ones out?
Yeah.
Let's just pull them out. Okay,
We'll rip them out of the shelf.
Then also there's what size.
Yeah.
So you have the small baby over there.
I like the look
and
of
then
the small baby.
There's that, and then there's that,
Yeah.
or there's this. You see, so there are a lot of options here.
Really think about this now.
Okay, so now this is proper.
Cut the cameras.
Yeah, we might have to cancel lunch altogether and just stay here.
Oh, is this a soft cover green, large?
Oh, that's rather lovely. I
the
feel
width.
that that's very you. Well, I think it's like a fat A5 size. This little darling, there she is.
That's the station over there.
They're peonies, aren't they gorgeous?
Sink my teeth in.
Yeah. I mean, they already do. They always have. Do you know what? We may as well get paid for it. This is what they reference. I think your food choices inspired Pops. What are we having? Show what we're having.
So we're both going for the prawn and avocado cocktail. Just because you can't beat the prawn cocktail, especially in a nice restaurant.
And also the bread is so delicious. And the beautiful little butter somewhere. We're just waiting for our wine. And she's adorable. So Poppy has just given me a little present, and this is how well she knows me. This is from Gail's Bakery. I'm not going to eat it now, obviously I'm not a complete animal, but it's a beast of a cinnamon wheel.
Oh, it's so good. And I've said you have to wait till you get home to put it in the microwave.
To heat it up and have it with a cup of tea.
Exactly.
Before bed.
Yeah. Sugarcoat your tea.
Oh my God. Look at this yumminess. Darling. There she is. And then there's me.
She is sorry for
Pop's looking for sugar.
Yeah. Is it? I thought is it sugar?
It will be sugar, yeah.
I'm just gonna. I can't trust anyone.
No. Pops is going to do the cracking.
never applied it and tried to stop me again. And I just kept applying and doing it, and I did what she wanted to do.
It's not a boiled egg.
So she thought
What did you say? What are you doing?
It's such a it was going to be a
Literally such a freak.
I thought it was going to be a thick layer. That We've had our lunch.
This is my lipstick that Pops bought for me. It's called Coral Kiss Charlotte Tilbury. Yeah.
Very nice.
A bit of a mess of them.
We're panicking in case someone comes out.
Someone's in the room, they're going to come out. I'm going to look like narcissists. Okay, God, I look hideous. Yeah, so just... Yeah, that's okay. Okay, so I am in Trinny London, and these are my two of my stack, which is Genster and Bronzer, and then I have the highlighter, which is Starlight. But I've never really known how to put the bronzer on, so this wonderful young woman is going to help me. Okay, so apply with a brush.
So anywhere you naturally turn, it's going to be around the hair line, across the cheekbones, and then a little bit across the nose.
So wherever the sun would naturally hit you.
If you ever burn in the sun, think about the areas that you get
Yeah.
a little bit dark.
Okay, thank you.
So you'll start along the hairline, work your way backwards.
So kind of you're just hitting the bridge of the nose. Yeah.
Always do a little bit just underneath the jawline.
Wonderful, yes, and it does, it just looks a little bit more...
Please use the warmth backwards.
Yes, yeah, thank you.
That's no worries, thank you.
Now you know.
Yeah, and now we know. So you hit where the sun hits, basically, don't you? Yeah, and chin as well, and a
You
little
do
bit
it on the
here.
chin or the jawline. That's no worries at all.
Thanks. Just fine.
Yeah. She's going for it. Can't keep up. Start elbowing my way through. Really get my claws out. Okay. Yeah.
It's rammed. This is the Saatchi Gallery here. But literally, because the Chelsea Flower Show is on, It is unbelievably round, literally everywhere. Okay, here it is, the moment of truth, the ridiculous, indulgent purchase, because I really shouldn't be spending any money on clothes at all. But it's gorgeous, I love it, and so here it is. Now the reason I'm wearing this is because I thought it might work well with the skirt, so we can just see. Well, in fact, it's not even a skirt, actually. It's a skort, S-K-O-R-T. So the first thing to notice is it's this fabulous colour. Look, what even colour is that? A brownish, dirty black brown, kind of shot with a little bit of aubergine. You know, like that colour in the book. I'm going to show you again. Yeah, it's one which is not going to make it the easiest thing in the world to match up, but weirdly enough, it's unhelpful, but Zara were doing jumpers this colour, very unusual colour, and I bet I can find one, because I feel like, because it's, okay, so here's what it is, first of all, but okay, that looks ghastly, that's not its best angle, that's for sure, but I'm going to pop it on, and we're going to see how it works. Okay, so here we are. So yeah, so we've gone preppy, literally just because there aren't many options with this this thing, because I feel like it needs to be tight. You can't go too baggy and baggy. If I was smaller here, then you could have a little bit of bag because it would work, whereas it would be too much. So that's it, like without, because I've got, you know, like quite a thick black belt that I could wear. Look at my bag with it. Can you see? You know, that's the little bag that just has all the goodness in it. So it is quite similar. And I've put it with just some kind of, I guess they're called sock boots. What do you think? Yeah, look. But I like that it's actually, you know, sort of baggy trousers rather than a skirt, even though it looks, you know, it's so baggy. You could go full preppy, you know, here I am, I'm in business, or, you know, actually I'm very much Sarah Jessica Parker as, you know, Harry was big, where is he, sent him here immediately, or Aiden even. Aiden? Is anybody watching the most recent series of, you know, the spin-off show? What is that ridiculous pact? What, they're not going to see each other for 5 years because he's got teenage children? Ridiculous. Absolutely. Why? That's, you know, none of us are going to live forever. What, so 5 years? Sorry if you're not actually watching that television programme, but I think that's just a ridiculous notion. Anyway. Yeah, right, I'm going to go and get the leopard print jacket and maybe the Bella Freud, because I do feel, actually, this is made for a Bella Freud jumper. Ideally, you know that grey one with psychoanalysis? By the way, thank you to the person who mentioned the Bella Freud YouTube channel, something like fashion analysis. I'll put the link in, it's really fascinating. She just interviews wonderful people and yeah, the premise is that, you know, she's almost like a therapist. So she's sitting in a chair and then her guests are lying on a sofa and they're talking about, you know, fashion ostensibly, but obviously they talk about different parts of their lives, and it's surprising and revealing and insightful and just interesting, because the people obviously that she has on her channel, people like Kate Blanchett and that wonderful actress who I'm obsessed with. What's her name? Reddish hair with freckles, quite petite, beautiful teeth, absolutely beautiful teeth. Again, I will remember, or I will put that up here. Anyway, I'm going to go and change and just show you a little bit more. This is the woman I want to be. I also feel like I could wear this skirt, to be honest with you. when I'm 80 years old, providing my body doesn't change shape radically, and I can't think why it would now, because I'm nearly 60, so you know, it's kind of like, it's slightly oversized. Come on, Chris, come on. Right, okay, let's pop this on. Jacket. That is quite sweet, I think, isn't it? You see, I don't know why. Yeah, you see? Quite cool, you could wear that like that. And it's just a whole, you know, hello. My name is, could be Ingrid. I don't know why that's just working for me right now. And not so sure about the glasses. Gone full demented Robocop. But, you know, some nice glasses. Hair sort of tucked in a bit there, a little bit secret. What's happening? I don't know. Yeah. So that's definitely something I could, but again, you know, you're in spring or autumn. I'm just going to try this. I'm just going to pop this on. Where's my necklace? I think that's a really good look. So that's too thick. Okay, so you can wear it with black, you can wear it with dark grey. You can certainly wear it with this sort of pinkiness because it has a little bit of that aubergine pinkiness in it. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to try one more thing on. Now this black linen shirt is not a good example because it's oversized, really loose fit. You know, I wear it like with jeans, just sort of all, you know, hanging out. But I don't think that that's a great look. It's not a look that works for me. So what I would do, just imagine that this is a black shirt, but imagine that it's a tight, if it was a tight black shirt, I think I could wear that and it would be totally fine. Yeah, imagine if that's actually done up, why not? Let's do it up. Also, I would like you, please, to imagine that I have like quite considerable earrings on, which I haven't managed to. I've seen these cherry ones, which are just amazing, but I'll have to wait. So imagine I have some more sort of statement-y earrings on. Yeah, so look. So you pull it in, wrap it round, and also makes it kind of more of an interesting, like, what is that she's wearing? I don't know. Like that. Yeah. I could wear, you know, this little bag or any bag. And again, if you were going to wear, could have that like that. Yeah, and I could actually wear a really much bigger, quite interesting necklace. Yeah.
I think Quincy's hurt her paw. Or she's limping.
Well, let's have a look. She's probably got something in it, hasn't she?
Yeah, maybe.
What's on this?
Don't know.
This one?
Yeah. She literally couldn't be more fearful if she tried.
Unless she's sprained herself.
She was holding it up and then she was doing a little limp, but now she's not doing it, that's it. Maybe she's trying to hide the pain.
Wait, stop me. She's tooting.
Oh no. See, did you see that?
Wait, stop me.
Well, she's fine now. I mean, she was holding it up in the air.
I reckon she probably